Because yes, you say there's some good parts of it, but there's some also bad parts which you think overshadows the entire
dangerous.
So what do we do? Do we take out the bad provisions and then let some of the other good ones in?
Instead of talking about first release security, I don't think that we spent a lot of time seriously to dissect the bill. The first thing that put me off, go and count the number of words of the bill. 41. A bill that has 41 words as title is not a serious bill. Go and count it. The title of the bill is 41 words. That is rambling. It's not focused. There are a lot of things there that makes me worry me. In fact, the mere title, not a Guinness Book of Records. 41 words for a bill, title of a bill, cannot be a serious bill. It's a rambling bill. And a rambling bill must be scrutinized very closely to bring out the hidden, and I can see a lot of politics in that bill. I've mentioned one, but there are a number of them. I thought I was going to summarize what I've written, but finally, by the grace of God, I publish it. I'm not saying I'm super brilliant. No, I'm not super brilliant. I told that many Nigerians better than myself. One thing that I kept glory to my God is that I think I'm meticulous. And being a virologist, I like to look at things in minute forms. That's the obvious.
So what should we have done? Because the sector needs to be properly regulated. And that's what they said they do with the bill.
You see, we always say the development sector has to be regulated. Yes, I agree. But you have to be regulated. Are the loopholes of corruption in NPC blocked? And NPC have lost a lot of competent Nigerians through politics. Very, very competent Nigerians through politics. When I was a minister, I used to say all the time that I would like to have one of the best collection of Nigerian brains along with me. One of the ministers one day said I was causing trouble for him, the minister's establishment. Went in council, said, I thought, what have I done? He said his staff always tell him, when we started, whenever he goes to work, his staff were warm. Now all of a sudden we're cool. So he called one of them, what have I done wrong? So the minister of Petroleum always praises his staff that are best in Nigeria. I said, that's a problem, no problem. Call a meeting of your staff, tell them they are the bestest. No, we've lost a lot of good people. There was a time that we appointed MD of NNPC, a resident junior officer, above his bosses. And when I began, they said it had been zoned to that particular state. Do you zone professional position to state? I said, it is ridiculous and stupid as saying that. Say in UCH, they said I've zoned the head of surgery to River State. And the most senior lecturer there, I just finished his medical school. He becomes head of department. And his professor becomes that. So what happened? By that nonsensical political manipulation, we lost a lot of good people. I don't want to mention their names. A lot of them left.
Because
and then this scrutinized, a lot of corruption, a lot of mismanagement.
But again, that particular sector of our national life is somehow important, because some will say it is the cash cow as we speak now. That is why they say, okay, perhaps we should be looking at repealing the existing 16 petroleum acts and replace them with an all-encompassing bill. Perhaps that's what they meant by this particular PIB.
Or this sophistry. Like amendment of constitution. The problem is not the operators. Those operators. And because it can make an NPC, the oil industry can create millions, multi-millions, just by one stroke of manipulation. So Nigeria has found an NPC more of money-making, personal money-making institution than money-making for the state.
Personal.
Huh?
Personal money.
Personal body. Oil blocks are awarded. There's a particular minister, I don't want to harass him. He said he if we allocate oil blocks to people without even reference to Babangida, I said either you are reckless or either you are lying or Babangida is irresponsible. Because I cannot even allocate lifting of 1 barrel of oil. When you say you can allocate oil blocks to people without reference to, things have been so loose. You cannot lift Nigerian oil as if you are going to buy groundnut oil or palm oil in the market. All the conditions are broken down.
But sorry, Chimlan, because still on this PIB, but you recall that the IMF recently spoke about this. Perhaps, maybe they have seen the importance of it, that they have asked the country to pass that, and as well also take off the subsidy. But I'm sure you follow the story.
I follow the story. IMF cannot be friend of Nigeria. Why does IMF love Nigeria more than Nigerians?
But they've always given us money, isn't it?
Why should you can get money? You have a lot of money. Mr. Stark came here. So I will not sponsor a soft landing for you with external loans. You have a lot of money in your country to manage well, that you don't do digitally loan. When I was in elementary school in Port Harcourt, there was one somebody used to say, he who goes are borrowing, goes are sorrowing. Nigeria does not have to borrow money. Nigeria has to manage their money well. So when I heard the Minister of Finance say, we must borrow, I say, you are an enemy of Nigeria. Tell us that we must create. I give one little example, not because I was the minister. Whatever I've done as a minister, not because I have good staff that related with me, and a good leader that was very altruistic and clean. We made IMF irrelevant. I read about this. We did something that a lot of financial terms ingenious. Not because we had, when the first secretary was overthrown, was negotiating for $2 billion IMF loan. When he was overthrown, some Western powers, which I will not mention, made it possible for the Buhari's government to get the loan. Then they realized that Buhari doesn't want to take IMF loan. He made it clear they will not take IMF loan. One day, this came up. He said, look, it looks as if you don't like this loan. And he said something that was very interesting. He said, tell me one country that survives on loans. Go and give you ideas of how to sell oil. So we brought out this simple but effective model of selling oil, what I call prepayment. It's simple. I mean, I am irrelevant. Say, you want to buy Nigeria's oil. Okay, pay us upfront. 250 million, 500 million upfront. I guarantee you so many barrels of oil every day. We sign. I also guarantee covering with all barrels of oil, the interest. We are going to load that money from the bank. Liable. So with that, we were able to get so much money, we made IMF irrelevant. We had so much money. In fact, the tragedy was that Gaddafi sent Major Malud, his second in command, to us here. I was set at Marina dinner with him. Gaddafi promised Nigeria 4 billion interest-free loan. We need 2 billion from IMF with conditionalities. Gaddafi promised Nigeria 4 billion interest-free loan. After the dinner, Buhari gracefully thanked General Malud, that people of Nigeria thank their brother, but that we shall pull ourselves by our bootstraps. That's how prepayment came. We made so much money, we don't need IMF, we made it relevant. If Saudi Arabia promised us money, the job was to go to Saudi Arabia. When a Western country stopped Saudi Arabia from considering us. But they didn't know that we are made IMF relevant, so we don't have to borrow.
But Prof, the same IMF has a whole lot of professionals like yourself, think tank, perhaps they must
I cannot be think tank by IMF, God forbid.
They must have had some kind of research on Nigeria, because also in that particular report they asked the country to take off the fuel subsidy.
I come to that. And I think if I were the Minister of Finance, I'd be very embarrassed. With IMF recommendations for both PIB and subsidy, I'm very embarrassed because rightly or wrongly, true or false, a lot of Nigerians see our minister as agent of IMF. It may not be fair to her, but that's the impression in certain areas. So if the same people come to say something that is decided against Nigeria, look at I give you an example. The IMF said you should remove fuel subsidy.